It's interesting, when I think of the word investment, I'm not the financial person in our family. However, I think of risk, and I think of you are hoping for a kickback, something for your investment. And there are no guarantees in your financial investments. There are no guarantees as a parent that the way that you parent your children, that everything is going to turn out the way you or they or others might expect. And yet, we feel that for us it was a wise investment financially, relationally, because there are sometimes strains that come up when you're looking at sacrificing for something that you feel is important to you as a family. And when I look at the fruit that I believe is being borne in the lives of our children, I mean, I'm astounded. They now range from the age of 16 to 25, how they are wrestling, some of them with their own ethical decisions, with how to deal with conflict with others, character issues, learning to extend grace to others because grace has been extended to them. Those kinds of things have been helped formed in their lives in the academic system that they've been part of, certainly outside with our family and church, but the school system has helped to bring about that kind of a learning. And for that we're grateful. And so it has been a wise investment on many levels for our children and for us as a family. And I think further, as adults, making the financial decisions in the family related to education, it's expanded our faith as well, because we don't go in the backyard and dig out of the ground a sock with money in it or pick off the money tree. And so it's really tested our faith and trust in the Lord to provide that which in many cases we haven't had, visible to us. And so it's a growing experience for our children, and it's been a growing experience for us as a couple. And again, you can't put a value on that kind of learning.
And as a father of 4 young children, do I reconcile the cost of Christian education with the value? And I had the privilege of attending Christian school when I was a kid, and I didn't really realize until I was a parent exactly what was in store when it comes for that. And the way my wife and I have reconciled it is we do not consider it a cost. Instead, we consider it an investment. And when you make an investment, there's personal sacrifice, but we believe that the return on our investment, we have already seen and witnessed some immediate return on that has been great for us in terms of our kids developing a biblical worldview. But not only that, we realize that when you make an investment, it might not be until later on in life that we'll be able to fully understand what the complete value on our investment is. So that's how we've looked at it. We don't consider it a cost. It's an investment, and we have decided to absolutely go for it. And like I said, we're seeing some immediate results, but we realize that some of the long-term results, that's just going to take years.
Well, obviously it's a significant investment. There's no doubt about it. We don't happen to be people who are particularly wealthy, so it's an effort to be able to send our daughter here right now. But actually she came here in the middle of sixth grade, right after March break. We finally had to make the transfer, and right away I can see in her spirit, her excitement, what's happening. I can see that she's learning stuff. So when you think that this is a foundation for the rest of her life, of course it's a struggle to pay for it, but this is the most important thing that we can do.
Cost-wise, yes, it's a sacrifice, but it was worth it. And as I look back on my own experience, and as I talked with my parents about them sending us to a Christian school as well, I look back and I can see sacrifices that were made. But really, when you look back, those sacrifices were nothing, really. And maybe we didn't have the latest genes. Does that really matter? But my children are worth it. They are worth sending to a Christian school. And we wouldn't have it any other way.
The Christian education, it's a bit steep. There's other things we could do with the money. But we like where it's going. That it's not money that's being thrown away, it's money that's being invested. I heard a missionary say once, it doesn't matter how many people in the world I reach, if I can't reach my own children, I failed. And I think that's where my wife and I stand from, is that, yeah, we could take this money, go on nice vacations, buy a bigger house, what have you, but at what cost to our children's future? So this we see as an investment in our children's future, making a sacrifice now so we don't have to make a bigger sacrifice later.
Going to this school has been the best experience of my life.